Bullying? Was she bullying? No, she was telling it like it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were eating it out of the palm.
She was reported.
Yeah. Hi Tumblr, I'm Nicola Coughlan. I play Penelope Featherington in Bridgerton on Netflix, and I'm here to answer some of your questions.
Thank you very much for taking the time to chat today. So excited to talk about season 3 of Bridgerton.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And the first question for you is from an anonymous user.
Okay.
Who asked, is there anything that surprised you about your character the more you played them?
Oh, I think something that's surprising about Penelope is how much she has developed throughout the seasons. So it's been a completely different challenge every time, and I think will continue to be, because she's so young when we first meet her, and she really doesn't want to be out in society, and she doesn't want a husband, she doesn't want to be doing it, she's a crush on this boy. And then in season 2 she sort of has this strange element of like sort of being famous, but no one knows she's famous, so there's a certain cockiness to her. And then it's like, what is it to be a shy person who is also cocky? It's a very interesting juxtaposition. And then this time around, I think this young woman who now finally kind of knows what she wants and is like, she's sort of trying to forget who she is, and who she is a person who loves love and loves romance. And she's trying to go, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that at all. I just want to like go and get married and just be sensible. So it's been a different lesson for me each time, because she's been so different each time. But I think the one like this season in particular that I've learned is sort of in valuing yourself and learning to love yourself, and how the importance of that.
That actually ties in so perfectly with the next question from Magic Mum 2. No, Magic Mumu 2.
Okay.
Who asked, I love Nicola's performance as a sweet girl trying to gain a second glance, at the same time a scathing alter ego who has everyone's attention. Is it difficult to separate those two aspects of Penelope's character, or do you even try to when playing her?
Oh, that's interesting. I think that also changes season to season, because in season 1 I felt it, for many reasons, very important to keep them very separate, because she would have kept them very separate, you know. I think she felt like Lady Whistledown is one thing and Penelope's another thing, and they're not the same person, they're not the, but they are, obviously. And I think then in season 2, Lady Whistledown is creeping in a little bit more to who she is in her day-to-day. And then in season 3, I think she starts to grow up a little bit and sort of realize that it's not just that it's like this alter ego, it's something that is within her. And also, like, it's important, I think, in life to accept yourself and all parts of yourself, for the good and the bad, because humans are multifaceted, and she is multifaceted. So I think, yeah, the more that she learns to go, this is me, and these are the parts of it I should be proud of, and these are the parts of it maybe I shouldn't be so proud of, and all of that, it really helps her become who she's truly meant to be.
Fashion for Ducks asked.
Sure.
I was devastated by the friendship breakup of Eloise and Penelope. Do they heal their friendship?
It's funny, starting this season, I completely selfishly, I was like, I wish they hadn't fallen out, because I love filming with Claudia, because she's such a fantastic actor, and she's so committed, professional and prepared. She really cares about the show. I have a huge bugbear of working with actors that like are not invested in the thing, because, you know, actors are freelancers. People don't think of us like that, but we are. We go from different job to different job, but I think, you know, there's no excuse. If you're taking a job, you should try and do your best in it, you know, because there could be someone on that set for who it's the best job they've ever had, and you know, they could be so excited to be there. So working with people like Claudia and Luke is amazing, because they love the show, they love the characters, they're invested in them. So it just adds so much to your day, and you feel like you're making something that people care about. And I think we have a huge debt of service to the fans, that we want to do a good job for them. So I was just, yeah, dying to film more with Claudia. And, you know, it was interesting, because I think the way that they have written their trajectory of their relationship this time is very true, because it's sort of like she gets a kind of one step forward, two steps back. It's like that, you know, longing between them to just be together. Like, it's heartbreaking, the bit where, you know, Penelope said, you know, I have a couple of books and you can come in and see them, and you just think, oh, please. It's why I love about the show, because it explores love in many different forms. It's not just the love story of Colin and Penn this season. There's a total love story between Penn and Eloise, you know. I think any stage in any relationship doesn't last forever. So that point in time when we meet them, Penelope's very ready to admit her wrongs. Eloise is not so ready to forgive her. But I love the journey that they go on together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how Eloise, despite, you know, not actively being friends with Penn, is still very protective of her, and, you know, clearly cares.
Yeah, because it's a true love between them, you know, it really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any traditions with the cast that you've kind of developed over the years?
So a big love language of mine, and I don't know whether my friends and loved ones hate it or not, but I send funny videos, funny TikToks, and just like, it's like a way of being like, thinking about you, think you would like this. And also my friend Camilla Whitehill, who wrote the show Big Mood, which I just did. Oh, thank you very much.
Watch it in a night.
Oh, wow, thank you very much. I sent her loads of TikToks, and then she said to me, I mentioned something about one too, and she went, oh, I didn't watch that. And it cut me deep. I was like, what do you mean you didn't watch it? She went, I only watch TikToks in the bath. So if I'm not in the bath when you send it, I don't watch it. And I was genuinely really offended. Because I was like, they are picked out with love, so you better bloody watch them.
I curated this with you in mind.
Exactly, yeah.
And people just add like the laugh reaction onto it, and I'm like, okay, but did you see that?
No, yeah,
did
that's
you see
not
the
good
bit?
enough.
Because I sent it to you for a reason.
Yeah. I thought of you, and it was this, and this is a thing. But also, we have the same sense of humor, so I'm like, you will like this.
Yeah.
You know, some people you're not sure. Like, I send them, I'll download them for Claudia because she doesn't have any social media, so I'll save them and send them to her, and Luke, I will do as well.
That's love.
Right? That's yeah. Absolutely, it is.
Not a big sleigh asked, what would you think of Lady Whistledown if you were literally living in the show?
I would find it really stressful. I'm a big hypocrite because I used to love like reading like Demois and stuff like that, and then when I started to see my friends on it, I was like, this is really stressful. This is really weird. And you read stuff about yourself that isn't true, and you're like, but I can't say it's not true because people will still think it's true. And yeah, so I would feel very stressed by Lady Whistledown for sure. I'd be like, don't be writing my business.
Yeah, absolutely. And Apollo Ascending asked, was Taskmaster as fun as it looked?
It was amazing. Alex Horne is just so great, as is Greg. It was super surreal. It's one of Camilla Whitehill's favorite shows, so she got me into it, and my brother also loves it, and I brought my brother home a task. Alex Horne made him a task that was like, Kieran, like, go and live an amazing life. Your time starts now.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like, it's where they get, like, there's so many people I've loved that have done that show. And so yes is the answer. That was wonderful.
If there were to be a Taskmaster in the Bridgerton universe, what do you think one of the tasks would be?
Oh, like try and impress the Queen with your special talent. You know, we'll put you in a room with lots of different things, and you have to pick something in there to make it your talent. So it could be hoop rolling, or it could be like spinning a ball on one finger, it could be like tap dancing shoes or something like that. Or
that's fantastic. Honestly, I love the idea of like a fully costumed Taskmaster edition. I know. Netflix.
Alex Horne, get on it.
Yeah. And Anonymous asked, what would happen if Penelope and Claire were on either side of a Bridgerton and Dairy Girls portal?
Oh, so I feel like Claire would be quite skeptical. She'd be just nervous of it. I feel like it would stress her out. I feel like well, it would be something from the future from her because she's, you know, from the 90s. Then for Penelope, well, Penelope would just faint and die because she'd be like, what is this? Penelope would be interested, and Penelope would be watching people, so she'd be like, should I do an international edition of Whistledown? And yeah, and Claire would panic and think it was witchcraft or something. Yeah.
Anonymous asked, if Penelope weren't Lady Whistledown, which Bridgerton character do you think would be the best at it?
He's my answer for everything but Benedict, because you just wouldn't suspect him, and he just gets up to mischief, doesn't he? Absolutely. So he could also write about like what it's like not in the town and sort of in the outskirts of society as well, which I'd be interested in reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like he'd be really funny as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And which other characters, if they were to have like a guest column?
A guest column by Portia Featherington, who just like wouldn't give an F, and she just like tell everyone how she feels. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Anonymous asked, besides Pollen, of course.
Yes.
What is your favorite Bridgerton ship?
I had to think about this the other day because the fans are super protective over their ships. So they war with one another. I'm like, don't fight. It's all love, and we all love each other in the show, so don't worry about it. But I love Violet and Edmund. Yeah. I think it's really sweet.
I agree.
And they were friends to lovers as well. So.
We love friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Lizio asked, I need to know,
okay,
if each of your characters was a food item, what would they be?
I was like, well, like Penelope would be a carrot. Is that too obvious?
That'd be funny.
I feel like she'd be one. You know, sometimes at Easter time you get those carrots that are actually just chocolate on the inside. So yeah. I think she'd be one of those. I think Colin Bridgerton would be like a long cookie. It's weird.
Liz Bennett asked, for the Bridgerton answer time, what is it like to wear wigs so often? Ha 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 ha.
Forget me, Liz, what did I do to you? Wearing wigs so often is wild. They're like works of art, but they're like ephemeral works of art because they take them out and then everything gets brushed out and reset. So I have about 6 that they do on rotation because they need to, Farida, who does the wigs, my wigs is incredible. It's weird though, like I've developed a really weird way of scratching my head because you obviously can't go in there, so I end up doing this. And then someone one time was like, is that a tick? And I was like, no, my head's itchy. I was like, it's just so I'm not like, yeah, I'm often doing that on set and like the lace and stuff. I don't know, you get used to it. Also, it's so sad at the end of the day when the wig comes off. Because you just look like a sad little rat. Your hair, because it's all got like gel in it and it's just sticky. So I did a series on Instagram of what do I look like when my wig comes off. So we'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, today I look like an old gremlin. Or today I look like Drop Dead Fred. Or today I look like a cherub. It just depended on, but it would have to come to me. It was organic. I was like, what is it in the moment? Yeah.
You're throwing the first ball of the season. What's the theme?
First ball of the season, what's the theme? I threw a Bravo, well, yeah, it was a Bravo theme party for, it was sort of my housewarming party, but it was with the Big Mood cast. But Rosa did come from Bridgerton, who plays my maid, Ray. I love her. But also, I think what I would do, it ended up being very Vanderpump focused because we were just like in that mood at the time. But I think I would like to throw like a Real Housewives theme party. So make Real Housewives theme ball.
Oh my God.
So like Lisa Vanderpump in Regency, Sonia Morgan in Regency, Nene Leakes, like, you know what I mean?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like the full, like, I want like a ball gown that is also cheetah print. You know?
Please, I love the vision, yeah.
The final week segment, scrolling Tonblr.
This is cute. This is from our London junket. So part 1 is in 3 days. We look hilarious because you end up sort of just like losing your mind when you've done 700 interviews in a row, so just get the giggles. Part 2 is in 31 days. Like 31 days is not many days.
Yeah, it feels longer when you're waiting, yeah.
I know, you can watch season 1, you can watch season 3 part 1 again though, it'll be alright. She was 17 and bullying the entire of London society. That's so funny. Bullying? Was she bullying? No, she was telling it like it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were eating it out of the palm.
She was reported.
Yeah. Bridgerton, big thick book. Bridgerton, Penelope minded her own business. Well, thank God she didn't. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, yeah. Yeah. Oh, bro, are you okay? I'm crying. Oh my goodness, we got the giggles so badly because we had we were in Verona. We were on Juliet's balcony and the photographers were getting us to do a real prom pose, but we just got terrible giggles. Luke nearly tripped on that balcony. My heart was in my mouth. I was like, oh my God. I grabbed him. Oh my God. He saved his life. That was very scary. I know. Colin, I miss you, Pen. Unfortunate. That's good. I like that a lot. Yeah. It was great to do that scene and finally, like, not, you know.
Like, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Colin is going to fall in love with her. I don't see it. And yet this is how he's been looking at her since episode 1. That is really cute. Well, what's really funny is we didn't shoot that the way that scenes work sometimes. So there was actually no one there when I was looking and there was no one there when they were looking, but it was meant to be that we were looking at each other, but that's just the way it works out sometimes. But Penn is giving the nervous look to Eloise to be like, what am I doing? This is scary. But yeah, Colin, he's into it. Okay.
Into it from day 1.
Colin watching Penelope and Devlin Court get along, knowing very well he willingly helped design this match. That's good. A good use of Dennis right there. Yeah, it's very funny. I also really enjoy in episode 2 when, you know, she starts to get involved with suitors and immediately he's like, I don't like it. Yes. I don't like it at all.
I immediately regret my decision.
Absolutely. If this is Colin downplaying his reaction to Penn, I hope he knows it's not very effective. That is so funny. And I'm not interested. You like that look at this stadia. Very true, Claire. This visual is everything I've been wanting from the show for so long. I'm going to be insufferable when this comes out. Oh, beautiful Hannah Dodd playing piano. And she was so dedicated. She learned piano for this and she read all of the books. And I've known Hannah for like a few years because we did Harlots together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was so excited when she was cast. She's wonderful, such a gorgeous addition to the cast. Make Marley great female characters. You guys couldn't even handle Penelope Featherington. Amen to that. It's so true. Yeah, like, women, let women make mistakes.
Right?
It'd be so boring if, you know, women never did anything wrong. Come on.
Thank you very much for taking the time. It was so much fun to chat with you. I love the new season.
Bye, Tumblr.
I am so excited to chat about season 3 of Dairy Girls. Dairy Girls. Fantastic. I loved season 3 of Dairy Girls. I was like, in my head, I was like, don't say Dairy Girls. So obviously I said Dairy Girls. Are there any things that you do kind of off camera, offset to cultivate that closeness with the cast? Lorraine asked, and excuse me for how I'm going to ask this because it's in all caps.
Okay.
Penelope and Colin, does Penelope get forgiven? What happens? Need answers. Does everyone find out she's Lady Whistledown? Favorite part of being on set?